I had a hot pocket today.
Did you? Well, actually, it is one of those. I've never actually had one.
It's like bread, but
Hmm.
there's like meat and cheese in the middle,
That sounds like
and
a
you put it
just
in
a.
the microwave, and then you just kind of eat it once it comes out.
So is it like just if you took a pizza and like folded it over?
Yeah, kind of, but it's like completely encased in the bread.
Oh, I see. Is it like Italian or
Oh no, no, it's savory treat.
what's the kind of what sort
Savory
of
treat.
price and what we sort of pricing are we looking at for hot pockets right
Oh, I
here?
mean, I mean, it's just a couple dollars.
Really? Well, the freezer. Oh, so you have to defrost them, or
The
do you just
freezer,
pop them
yeah,
in there?
yeah,
Do you
no,
defrost
no.
them,
Well,
or
I
do you
mean,
just
it
pop them
defrosts in
straight
the
in there?
microwave when you put it in for like 2 minutes, and then you've got a
Oh, okay.
delicious salty treat.
Yeah. Oh, salty.
Oh yeah, well, if you get the one with the pretzel bread, then yeah, you've got some salt
Right.
around the outside, and you can,
Okay. So, oh, okay,
just like
cool.
put it in your mouth and taste the salt.
Mm, yeah.
And
We don't have those in the UK. We don't
then
have
there's some
salt.
cheese. I like the pretzel one the most,
The
definitely.
pretzel. Oh, that's the one you were just
Yeah,
telling
the
me about.
one with
Yeah.
the pretzel bread. Yeah.
Right.
So
I
you
see
just
it.
eat that, and you got a good like 15, 16 bites before you're at
Whoa.
the end. Particularly hungry. You could pop both in the microwave.
Do you ever get the issue where, like, if you like put two of them in the microwave and the microwave table starts to turn, they get like caught on the edges of the microwave because you've
Oh
over.
yeah, they definitely do. They definitely do get caught sometimes. But I mean, the biggest problem if you're putting two in at the same time is that that it won't cook them through. So you'll have a
Oh yeah,
cold
yeah, yeah.
center. And I mean, that's when you're talking about hot pockets, you really
Mm.
want to avoid that.
Right. Do you have to put them in for longer if you got two of them, or does it kind of like even out across
I mean,
both?
usually when I'd put the first one in, I'd eat it, and then when I'm like 75, 85% complete with the first hot pocket, I'd pop the second one in, and I'd
Oh,
cook
so
that
it's
for
like
another
oh,
two
so you got
minutes
like
because if you put them both in at the same time, they're gonna get. I mean, the second one's gonna be cold, and then it's just not
okay.
worth eating. You're gonna have to put it in the microwave for a
You've
second
got
time
you've
before
got
it
a
cooks.
battle plan. You've got a battle plan for this. I actually really appreciate that in
Yeah,
culinary
yeah, I put a
expertise.
lot of thought into it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it goes to show, and it's not being ignored.
Mm. Gamer subs. You get a water bottle, you fill it up with water, put two, 3 scoops of gamer subs in there, shake it up around, and you just
I
go to
don't,
town on it.
I don't know about that one. I think I want to sign a contract before I
You
start
just,
talking about this one.
oh, yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, no worries. So how'd you meet Minx then?
Well, let's talk about hot pockets for a bit more. So, my least favorite flavor has got to be the ham and cheese one.
Oh, that does sound awful, actually.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem I have with it is that the ham is just not very tasty.
Oh, the
And
ham's the problem.
the cheese, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the bread is kind of porous, and once you
Right.
put it in
Yeah.
the
No, I get
microwave
you.
for a while, the cheese starts to seep out, and so once you
Mm-hmm.
pull it out of the microwave, you're left with just a cheesy mess. It's just soppy, disgusting.
Oh,
It's
it's
really
like,
not the
yeah,
best.
yeah, I get you. Could probably because also you've cooked it from frozen, so haven't
Yeah,
given
yeah,
it.
yeah. Of course, and I've said this. I mean, I'll say this again and again, time and time again, Wilbur. But
Hmm.
the best one is the pretzel bread hot pocket.
Right, right.
The
I'm gonna say
cheese and
something.
the meat in the middle.
So is the I'm getting the whole like Hawaiian vibe when you say the ham and cheese, right? I'm gonna say
Yeah, yeah.
a bit of a dreadful question because I can't seem to imagine this, but would it be possible to have a pineapple based hot pocket?
Oh, I wouldn't be interested if there was, so I couldn't really tell you. I mean, the
Fair
ones
enough.
we
Fair
have
enough.
at the Publix near me are mostly just ham and cheese and the pretzel bread one. So
Right,
it's either
right.
it's one or the other. It's hot
Yeah,
or it's
yeah.
cold, and so I take the one that I enjoy the most. So
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah, especially during a quarantine like this, you gotta take what you
yeah,
can get, you know.
yeah, you really do. And I mean, the store says all the employees go up to me and they're like, Schlatt. I mean, they go up to me while I'm in the freezer aisle and they say, Schlatt, it's limit two per hot
Oh,
pocket
what?
box.
Oh no.
And I look at them in the eyes and I say, hey, listen, buddy, you make $9 an hour. If you come any closer to me, and stop me from getting these hot pockets, I'm just gonna breathe on you
Well, I mean, that would send
all
anyone
over the
away, I
place.
expect.
And I mean,
No.
that would send anybody away. No
Yeah.
one, no one who makes that little amount of money is gonna talk to me like he's above
No.
me.
No, I
Can't
know
you
what
see
you
I'm
mean.
the big man? Exactly.
And
I
it's
got
like
new
they
money. It's all cash.
they would
I
probably
got new
kill to be able
bills.
to afford Hot Pockets.
And so I just take as many Hot Pockets as I like, and I pay for it with my business MasterCard, and I walk away and pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and then I'm left with a salty outside and savory inside.
And here's the thing, and then after you've eaten them as a power play, you go straight back. You go straight back to the Publix, and you go straight back, and you grab another more than two. You grab another 4 or 5.
They've restocked it because they've restocked, and it's at this point where the employees start to get a little antsy, and their tone shifts. But I stick to my guns and I say, listen, buddy, I'm gonna breathe on you if you come any closer to me.
Do they want a part of that? Are they trying to? Do they push you on that?
No, they're not trying to get my breath on them. I mean, what if I have Rona? I mean, it's too big of a chance. I mean, what if they're not able to come in for their $9 an hour work? I mean, I mean, it would be pure chaos.
Yeah. Just and all that over a Hot Pocket, it's not worth it. Maybe it's worth to get breathed on for $9 an hour if you're like saving someone's life or something. But over a Hot Pocket, I just
exactly. But I mean, these people are not vital workers, right? I mean, they're expendable, and so even though I'd say hey, maybe it wouldn't be a big deal if these guys got corona. At the same time, I'm just trying to get my Hot Pockets, and I'm not trying to spread it.
It's a job anyone can do. It's a job anyone can do.
Anyone can do.
Yeah,
anyone can do.
Even someone who's got the disease. Let's be quite honest with you, because at the end of the day, you can just shove it. Yeah, you could just have gloves and a mask. It's fully avoidable, and then also the Hot Pockets, I imagine, are sealed, so it's not an issue of contamination on the food.
Okay. You got the cardboard box that the Hot Pockets come.
Oh, they come in a box. That's a new development. I really wasn't expecting.
And get this, buddy, every Hot Pocket individually wrapped. I used to have a friend who'd stick it in the microwave with the plastic around it, and it'd come out soggy.
Dangerous.
Just disgusting.
They individually wrap each one. See, now I can imagine that increases waste, but it really increases preservation quality.
It really increases the preservation quality of the product. I couldn't have said it better myself, Wilbur. I mean, you take one of these out, comes with a nice card.
I think that's really smart marketing technique, because then other companies will want to use that phrase.
They can't, because Hot Pockets probably trademarked it to a certain extent, so no one else can call it a crisping sleeve.
No, I know, but like the phrase crisping sleeve. The phrase crisping sleeve is going to be used colloquially to speak to about any catalyst, any sort of like cooking catalyst. So people are going to start using that as the word, similar to a verb. What's going to happen about that is then that people are going to start using that, and then companies are going to start having to either change the title or use it as well and pay the licensing fee. So really, it's a win-win for Mr. Hot Pocket.
The second most profitable business side of the Hot Pockets business franchise is the licensing.
I find that incredible. Like,
it's absolutely incredible. And I mean,
we could all take a leaf out of that.
I walk into that Publix and I walk out. I mean, usually they charge you. They charge you for plastic bags. They don't charge me.
No.
Why? Hey, buddy, if you don't give me that bag for free, I'm going to start breathing on you.
Do you have self-service checkouts in the United States?
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah,
but,
do you have to do that?
To assert my dominance, so I go with the worker that gets paid $9 an hour.
I think preferably the way to really assert your dominance if you're using the self-service, I find, is when you go up there and you purposefully take a bag. You may even want to double bag it. I don't know if you're one for double bag kind of guy. I like that. But basically, right, you take the bag, you maybe want to double bag it, right? There's always that one security guard who's like,
that's exactly what I've thought about. But I mean, at the same time, Wilbur, there's something so much more potent about asserting your dominance in front of a real person, rather than doing it in front of
it's the rush that you might get caught. That's the bit that does it for me.
I respect it.
When you get the Hot Pockets home, what's the
you put it in the freezer, and then typically I'm feeling rather hungry as I get home from the Publix.
Yeah.
So I'll take one out and I'll unwrap it.
Like, do you have to like leave it out to sit before you chow down?
Yeah, an extra minute.
That just sounds like a delaying tactic to stop you getting your Hot Pocket.
It is, but listen, buddy, I'll come with me.
No, I know what you mean, man. So, yeah, no, I get you. It's the sitting period, and you just go straight into chowing down on that boiling Hot Pocket.
Yeah, well, I'm not really in the business of burning my mouth, because it's just, how am I going to enjoy the rest of it? And a couple bites in, I am now at the point where I can start unwrapping the crisping sleeve. there's two sections to the crisping sleeve. There's a longer version and a shorter version. So you tear the first part off of the crisping sleeve, and now you're left with a slightly smaller, stouter crisping sleeve that exposes more of the warm hot.
Oh, that is what I like to hear. That is good. So, and it's almost like peeling back a banana.
It's almost like disrobing the hot pocket, which is so potent. And so then you're left with more of the hot pocket to chow down on, and so that's what I'll usually do.
This is relying that the crisping sleeve is not getting soggy through the defrosting process.
The crisping sleeve never gets soggy. It never gets soggy. I mean, at least if you have the pretzel bread hot pocket, I never have that problem.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so with the cheese one,
what's great about it is that the crisping sleeve allows the hot pocket to stand upwards, and so that means gravity. Wilbur, that means and listen to me here.
Yeah.
That means gravity affects the meat and the cheese inside the hot pocket. The hot pocket gets more and more delicious as you move down the hot.
And then my satisfaction tends to decrease. What we can do here is we can actually lower the boredom and create a sort of a pool of ecstasy at the bottom of the hole.
Some might call it exponentially increasing pleasure as you go down the hot pocket. And I mean, let me tell you, Wilbur, the last 2 bites of this thing are absolutely orgasmic. I mean, they really are. They really are. I mean, I wish I could share it with you, but you know, you're all the way over there, and I'm all the way over here, and so
one day,
it is what it is. One day, and of course. All right, I'll see you later, Wilbur. Goodbye.
Bye bye.